Choke, no joke. Chicky choke, no joke. Choke, no joke. Chicky choke, no joke. You know what it is. Keep on hating. Woo! The hate is real. Keep on hating. You know what it is. Good time. Keep on hating. You know what it is. Joke no joke. I'm in the building. What up, baby? How y'all doing out there? The haters is hating. Oh my God. It's pathetic. Pathetic. Joke no joke. If you're in the building, please hit that like button. I would appreciate it. It would be highly appreciated if you hit that like button. If you're new to the channel or you've been here before, you still haven't had the chance to hit this subscribe button, please do so now. I got another great one for y'all tonight, baby. Oh, I got another great one tonight. I'm not playing no music. I'm not getting into no intro. I'm getting straight into it because I don't want to delay. You know what I mean? I do need to send out a notification for those who don't know that I'm live. But I got a great one for y'all tonight. I got the haters is hating because we having good times over here. Shout out to everybody in the building. My moderator, his squad is here. Y'all know who to block out my comments. The haters. See any hating ass names or any shows of it, haters, please, moderators, don't hesitate to block them. You know what I mean? Because I see some of y'all been blocking some of these people that act like they mess with me, but they be on other channels while people dissing me. You know, so I noticed that I don't see them on the channel, which means one of my moderators sniped them. You know what I mean? Shout out to the membership gang. Shout out to my man Bert in the building. But yo, man, I'm telling y'all, like, you know, the old saying, you can't make this up. Like, I'm loving that pork butt is so gullible that he's hanging himself and he don't even see it. He tried to come on Vlad and do damage control. He thought that him interviewing Neckbone, he was going to be able to cover up some stuff. And the more, like, I've seen the whole interview with Neckbone already, and pork butt, he done made it so much worse on himself. He has no clue that he made it worse on himself, because all he doing by trying to cover up, no pun intended, shout out to my man RJ Bond, him trying to cover up stuff, he is making it more and more and more bad for himself and giving me so much more credibility. Oh my God. When I show y'all this tonight, oh baby. Hold on. All I gotta do is just send out this notification real quick. Joke no joke, live on YouTube with another Tupac update. We already live. We waiting on y'all to come and join us. Hit that link, and it'll bring you straight to the show. Choke no joke. I'm looking rough, rugged, and raw. I ain't shaved in a few days. I'm on my grind. You know what it is, man. We here now. You know what it is. Keep on hating. You know what it is. I think I'm gonna go live. Should I do TikTok or Instagram? I think I'll do Instagram. I'm gonna do Instagram. Like I said, I'm not playing no music. I'm getting straight into this one. And make sure y'all go check that Tupac cover up by my guy RJ Bond on Tubi. It's still up. You know what I mean? Get informed with Pork Butt Lies because he's trying to cover him up. He thought him interviewing Neckbone because Vlad did his job, but he didn't know what to steer Neckbone away from, and he didn't know when to cut in and cut him off. he, he, Porky, he out here trying to clean it up, boy. He don't know he done made it bad for himself. Oh, when I tell y'all I got him, I got him, I got him, I got him, boy. Oh, I got him. So let me refresh y'all memories real quick. So if you haven't been paying attention or you've been under a rock, Neckbone has surfaced in the Vlad interview in December that ran to January because you know Vlad, he a nickel minute you to death off of a kilo of content. He'll chop it up into 4 and 5 minute pieces. You know, he have an hour, 2 hour interview, and you getting 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna get about 30 parts. Hold on, let me just. This is gonna be a good one, boy. Like that's the more they interview Neckbone, the more I'm gonna be co-signed. That's the beauty of this. Choke no joke. I'm live on YouTube right now, y'all. The link is in my stories. You might want to go click that because I got some content that I'm gonna show y'all that you won't see here on Instagram, but you will hear it. We getting straight to the show tonight. Okay, I'm ready. Let's go, baby. Make sure I got Pac in the shot for y'all over there. All right, so let's get to it. I'm gonna set down my notifications. If you're new here, please hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Right now, um, where do I begin? All right, now A few months ago, wait, let me look at the date on this show. 6 months ago, I did a show. Let me tell y'all the date. July 22nd, 2025, right? On July 2nd, 2025, I did a show and I told y'all that Suge and Tupac got into a real heated argument and they were going to come to fisticuffs. They was getting ready uh fight, but Michael Moore stepped in the middle of them because he was Tupac's security at the time, right? Now this is the day when Pac told one of the security guards that he was a dead man walking because he told Shook he was done with death row, right? Now, all this transpired because Snoop Doggy Dogg went on Hot 97 radio in New York City and told Angie Martinez that he didn't have no beef with Puff and Suge. I mean, Puff and Biggie. Those was his boys. And this came on the tails end after, the New York video and uh Biggie went on the radio and was like, yo, man, y'all gonna let Tupac and the Dog Pound shoot a video out in Brooklyn. But it was really Snoop in the Dog Pound. It wasn't Tupac in the Dog Pound. And somebody took they was in the pink houses, and somebody took it upon themselves and went and shot up Snoop's Winnebago trailer, if you want to call it that. And so the beef was really on. So Pac was riding for Snoop, on the fact, well, they all was, even Neckbone. He even stated that they were all riding for Snoop because his trailer got shot up. You know what I mean? And if you know the story, Frank got them all out of there. And, that's when Frank became a regular at Death Row because they liked the way he moved. And then eventually he became one of Pac's personal security guards, right? So after Snoop, uh, they went back to New York or whatever. They was up there for the MTV Awards. You know that whole story. Snoop went on the radio and said that he had no beef with Big and Puff. You know what I'm saying? They was his boys, this, that, and other. Now this ticked Tupac off. Tupac was riding around in a limo with Michael Moore, his security guard at that time, right? Now, here's where the good thing that happened. Reggie tried to get Neckbone to say that that story was false. It wasn't true, right? He was trying to kill off the fact that Pac and Suge had a beef, and so he tried to what do you call it when the police he tried to make do an involuntary statement. He by leading the witness because on Vlad TV, you go up there, you're getting interrogated. You're a witness on Vlad, right? Rain, what up? Shout out to you. All right. So he's over there trying to lead the witness. I'm over there leading, Your Honor, leading. So what happens is, damn, which way should I do it first? Right? All right. I'm gonna go with the Michael Moore first, right? So Michael Moore, when rest in peace, he's passed away now. But however, we still have his statement, right? Thanks to Frank and R.J. Bond and them doing their Tupac assassination documentaries. R.J. Bond gave me the rights to use his content, right? So in July 22nd, 2025, I reiterated that Michael Moore told the story about how Suge and Pac was going to have a fight at the hotel after they heard Snoop on the radio. When they was in the limo, they heard Snoop on the radio. Pac told the limo driver, go to the hotel. He went and stepped to Suge and was like, yo, man, I'm out here riding. This nigga went on the radio talking about he ain't got beef with the Puff and Big, this, that, and the other. Yo, I'm done with Death Row. Yo, I'm out. After I cut Machiavelli, you can have Machiavelli. All Eyes on Me was a double album. Machiavelli's the third. You know, my obligation to you is done. I gave you your 3 albums. I'm done, man. I'm out. You know what I'm saying? And they was beefing, right? So Michael Moore said Suge looked like he was stepping up, like he was going to smash Pac, right? And he was like, yo, Pac was heated and he was beefing with Suge, right? Now, this was all, if you had any doubts about this, right? Because you was just getting it from Michael Moore, you could have said, you know, Michael Moore was lying, which Pork Butt tried to do in the recent Vlad interview where he's interviewing Neckbone. So him being so gullible and trying to shut it down, not knowing that Neckbone is a real one. He's not going to be lying for you, pig, right? He going to tell it how it is, or he's not going to get into full detail, but he's not going to be lying, right? Either he's not going to talk about it or he's not going to get into full detail. He don't like giving up names and things like that. And he don't like, from my observation, you know, going against the grain, right? But he's not going to be sitting out here looking like a liar because he's too real of a real one to be being a liar like Pork Butt, right? So, if you remember, right? Ramona, thanks for the love. Appreciate you, baby. Right? So now if you remember, if you don't, I'm about to sharpen your memory. So Michael Moore tells the story about how, you know, Tupac and Suge was getting ready to fight, and he had stepped in the middle, like, yo, like Suge, you know, I can't let you beat him up. I'm still in security, this, that, and the third. Well, that story, right, went on to be told, right? And it's been decades since Michael Moore said this. Well, today, make sure you go check out Vlad's latest installment with the Rodent Rat Jr., the Compton Pig, that's a, you know, a convicted drug dealer, former cop, former jailer, FBI informant, rat bastard, right? He tries to lead the witness, Neckbone, into saying that that story was a lie or it was BS, right? But I'm going to show you, right, where they messed up at. So let me do my legal thing, copyright disclaimer under section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair uses of use permitted by the copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing nonprofit educational or personal use tips to balance in favor of fair use. And I'm using this under fair use uh, with the permission of RJ Bond is on my other channel. I mean, on it was aired before, but I'm gonna run it back. And this is courtesy of Martin Productions. You can see it on Tubi on Tupac Cover Up, right? Check this out. Are y'all slow? But now that you know that Pac told Suge himself he was leaving death row. And I got another one. I got one more better for you. Hold on. I got another part to this. Hold on.
But we found if you're looking to learn how to trade, a community is very important. And I've joined previous. Mr. Knight, Tupac was displeased about what had happened, and Mr. Knight was very upset. And they got to yelling at each other back and forth. They confronted each other basically to a face-to-face. I did slide in between them and said, hey, you can't do this while I'm here, or I am going to have to step out of the room. Normally, I am asked in every situation that I can remember while working with Death Row, when there was altercations, fights, or some type of discipline was going to be passed out during Death Row, I'm usually asked to step outside the room. But on this occasion, I think Mr. Knight had me stay for the safety of Tupac. I mean, that's the reason I was there, because I think Mr. Knight, with me not being there, he would have put his hands on him. He was that upset.
They're going to be a great witness, because most of people in that position, they've been trained.
In the limo, me and Tupac, I was mostly a fill-in when I was guarding, with Tupac. Personally, I didn't like him. I was in the limo, me and Tupac, Outlaw Immortals. We were driving around in Harlem, and the radio came on with Snoop Dogg saying that he had no beef with New York, which sent Pac into a rage. And we immediately spun the limo around, and we went back to the hotel to confront Snoop. We couldn't find him, but we found Mr. Knight. Tupac was displeased about what had happened, and Mr. Knight was very upset. And they got to yelling at each other back and forth. They confronted each other basically to a face-to-face. I did slide in between them and said, hey, you can't do this while I'm here, or I am going to have to step out of the room. Normally, I am asked in every situation that I can remember while working with Death Row, when there was altercations, fights, or some type of discipline was going to be passed out during Death Row, I'm usually asked to step outside the room. But on this occasion, I think Mr. Knight had me stay for the safety of Tupac. I mean, that's the reason I was there, because I think Mr. Knight, with me not being there, he would have put his hands on him. He was that upset.
They're going to be a great witness.
Machiavelli, and when I cut out Machiavelli, I'm going to
good gut feelings about what could go wrong.
And Pac's words were, I'm going to cut out Machiavelli, and when I cut out Machiavelli, I'm the hell up out of here. You got your money. I don't want nothing else to do with Death Row. I'm out. That's how we left that day. Machiavelli, and I'm gonna cut out Machiavelli, and when I cut out Machiavelli, I'm the hell up out of here. You got your money. I don't want nothing else to do with Death Row. I'm out. That's how we left that day. I'm gonna cut out Machiavelli, and when I cut out Machiavelli, I'm the hell up out of here. You got your money. I don't want nothing else to do with Death Row. I'm out. That's how we left that day.
Now, for all you knuckleheads in the YouTube universe that keep saying Tupac wasn't leaving Death Row, he wasn't signed to Death Row. We already know Tupac wasn't technically signed to Death Row, but he still had an obligation to give them 3 projects with a stamp on his projects, right? So you heard it right there. They was getting ready to have a fight, right? They was beefing with each other, right? Tupac told Suge right there that he would, after he finished recording Machiavelli, he's done with Death Row Records, right? And that's your first witness, right? Let me see something here. one more thing. One more thing. And you can go and see this, the Tupac cover up on Tubi. About him going to Vegas. Pete Game.
And he had to come back to LA, I think, to do a video. And he didn't want it to go because he was like uneasy about going. He said he didn't want it to go.
Because he had told us that he was not going there with his words, them sellout niggas.
I was told by another one of our security guards, that was a bodyguard, that he had escorted Pac to the airplane as they were leaving New York. And Tupac told him, specifically told him, that he was a dead man walking.
The last thing he said to me prior to leaving was, he's not going to be in Vegas. I don't have to worry about him showing up. And don't worry about it because he won't be there.
He didn't feel like he didn't want to go to Vegas. I don't even think he wanted to do the video.
I think Tupac wanted to leave, and I don't think Death Row wanted him to go.
Tupac was
Did y'all hear that? That's from the security, right? Right? So now, when you go and you look at Jamala, shout out to Jamala, shout out to the Art of Dialogue, right? You go look at Jamala's interview. She says that Suge allegedly forced Pac to go to Vegas because Pac was trying to go to Atlanta, but Suge kept insisting that nah. You go to Atlanta afterwards. Go to I need you to go to Vegas. And then talked him out of allegedly talked him out of not bringing his bulletproof vest or not wearing his bulletproof vest, right? So now you got Snoop that goes up to the radio, say he don't got beef with Pac and Big. I mean Pac and Suge. I mean Puff and Biggie, right? You got Snoop that go up to the radio, say he don't got beef with Puff and Big, right? Then you got Pac going to look for him at the hotel, and he go and check Suge and tell him he's done with Death Row, right? Him and Suge get into a beef. He tell him, yo, after Machiavelli, I'm out. I finished cutting Machiavelli. You can have it. That's your third obligation. I'm done. You got your money back. Boom. I'm done. Said Michael Moore said he jumped in the middle of them because he felt like if he wasn't there, Suge would have beat the brakes off Pac, right? So all this was said, right? Today, when I get off of here, go to Vlad, watch the interview with Neckbone, right? Neckbone states, Reggie tries to say, oh man, you know what? Let me give you verbatim what Reggie said, right? I'm not going to play the video, but I'm going to show the transcript. So I don't want to misquote Neckbone. So I'm going to read the transcript verbatim, right? And y'all can see it. So this is Reggie talking. So there's a guy that was one of my security guys. You know my security guys are Hollywood. But he always got a story out there where people believe that Suge and Pac was arguing outside of the hotel when that happened, meaning when Pac heard Snoop on the radio say he had no beef with Puff and Big, right? So Reggie, he's trying to say it like it's BS. you know, my guys. So there's a guy that was one of my security guys. You know, my security guys was Hollywood, real Hollywood. But he always got this story out there where people believe that Suge and Pac was arguing and outside the hotel when that happened. I'm pretty much sure that you were standing there. And then Neckbone goes, yeah. And then he goes, Reggie goes, and could you just explain the conversation, right? Thinking that it was gonna go in his favor, right? And Neckbone replies, yeah, Pac, it was Suge, yeah, they was talking. This is incorrect, right? Yeah, transcript came out. But he said, yeah, Pac and Suge was talking. They were just talking, right? Correct. And they both, and then Neckbone says, they both got louder and louder. But Pac, man, Pac was highly upset. And then Porky goes, yeah. He was that he put his Neckbone says that he put his neck on the line, and you know what happened, meaning that he started riding for, you know, Snoop and them and stuff. And, you know, Snoop go on the radio and say he ain't got no beef. So yeah, he had to be upset to be hollering at Suge. I ain't never seen Pac like that, is what he said. Well, Suge got back at him. You know what I'm saying? But it was just like, big bro. And then Porgy goes, yeah, exactly, that's all. Nigga, you wasn't there. What do you mean? Yeah, exactly, that's all. You was not there. This is why you asking him and he's telling you what happened. What do you mean exactly that's all? Right? And he's like, it ain't like, okay, they was saying each other, and that's because, you know, that's how the internet toss everything up and let it crumble in front of their face and all that. But no, they still had love and all that. It was just like, chill out. Just like I told you, I used to tell him to chill out. I saw Suge was telling him to chill out. Don't just be worried about it. But Pac was super mad. I ain't never seen him that mad and came out verbally like that. I never seen him just take off. But just talking on, I heard he used to come up to the studio, you know, certain nights and all, certain nights, he said, not nights, and all this. Yeah, I've never seen that. But they straightened it out. But you know, that was a cold situation, man. It effed us all up talking about what Snoop did. We riding for you, homie. And where you at? You know, we ready to put our life on the line, and you ain't even here with us. He talking about Snoop. You know what I'm saying? So Snoop got an interview out there, and then he talk about Snoop interview about him being on the plane or whatever. You know the story that Snoop talked about where he had the two knives or the knife and the fork under the blanket because he felt like it was going to go down on the plane, right? So he say Snoop got an interview out there where he talks about, you know, getting on the plane because y'all flew back on the private plane. Neckbone goes, yeah. None of that ish, I think. And that he had a screwdriver or a knife and he put his hat or his jacket over his head. He felt like something was going to happen to him. Did you feel the tension like that? Or do you, how do you feel what would have happened to Snoop? Do you think that Suge would even allow anything to you know, to happen to Snoop on y'all watch? And Negro goes, if anything, him and Pac would have had to get down. That's it. You know, that's it. That's the only thing that would have happened if something was going to happen. Yeah, other than that, it wasn't nothing going to happen. You know what I'm saying? We still got love for Snoop. You know what I'm saying? But damn, homie, You messed us up with that one. Right? So anyway, he going to something about rage after that. But if you go right here, once again, and you look, so there's a guy that was one of my security guys. You know, my security guys was Hollywood, real Hollywood, but he always got this story out there where he tell people, where people believe that Suge and Pac was arguing and outside the hotel when that happened. I'm pretty much sure that you were standing. Yeah, and could you just explain the conversation? Pac, he was talking, they was just talking, correct? And they both got louder and louder, but Pac was highly upset. Yeah, that he put his neck on the line, and you know that happened. This transcript is jacked up because it's not saying what he's saying word for word. It's mixing it up. So yeah, he had to be upset to be hollering at Suge. I ain't never seen him like that. Well, Suge got back at him, you know what I'm saying? But it was just like a big bro thing. And then Reggie goes, exactly, that's all. Shut up, Porky. It ain't like that. Okay, they saying each other, and that's because, you know, that's how the internet's tore us everything up and let it crumble in front of their face. But no, they still had love and all. They still had love and all that. It was just like, chill out. Just like I told you, I used to tell him to chill out. I saw Suge was telling him to chill out. Don't worry about it. But Pac was super mad. I ain't never seen him that mad. And he came out verbally like that. Never. I just seen him take off. But just talking blank I heard he used to come up to the studio, you know, certain nights and all this stuff, where I believe he's talking about Pac was going up to the studio to try to get his masters and stuff, right? So now, and go and watch Neckbone's interview because it's jacking up. Where's my phone at? It's jacking up exactly what he's saying, but he's saying that, you know, Suge was stepping up to Pac. It ain't coming off in the transcript like that, but he like that nigga Suge was like stepping up to Pac, but he's leaving the part out where Michael Moore is intervening and stepping. He ain't saying all the stuff that Michael Moore said, but he's talking about exactly what happened. Right? So, hold on. Right? Now, remember. Now, let me run it back. Now that you, let me take it back. Now that you heard what Neckbone said, and you can go and watch the interview to get more context, and then put what he's saying with what Michael Moore is saying, right? And then if you get a chance, go watch Tupac Cover Up so you can see this whole thing in detail, right? So
I didn't like it. I was in a limo, me and Tupac, Outlaw Immortals. We were driving around in Harlem, and the radio came on with Snoop Dogg saying that he had no beef with New York, which sent Pac into a rage. And we immediately spun the limo around, and we went back to the hotel to confront Snoop. We couldn't find him, but we found Mr. Knight. Tupac was displeased about what had happened, and Mr. Knight was very upset. And they got to yelling at each other back and forth. They confronted each other basically to a face-to-face. I did slide in between them and said, hey, you know, you can't do this while I'm here, or I am going to have to step out of the room. Normally, I am asked And every situation that I can remember while working with Death Row, where there was altercations, fights, or some type of discipline was going to be passed out during Death Row, I'm usually asked to step outside the room. But on this occasion, I think Mr. Knight had me stay for the safety of Tupac. I mean, that's the reason I was there, because I think Mr. Knight, with me not being there, he would have put his hands on him. He was that upset.
They're going to be a great witness because most of people in that position, they've been trained in that area. They have knowledge of safety procedures to keep someone safe, and they have a lot of good gut feelings about what could go wrong.
And Pac's words were, I'm gonna cut out Machiavelli, and when I cut out Machiavelli, I'm the hell up out of here. You got your money. I don't want nothing else to do with Death Row. I'm out. That's how we left that day.
There was all kinds of alleged baggage involved as far as Tupac wanting to leave Death Row Records.
And he was screaming Machiavelli at the top of his lungs.
That bodyguard that was pulled off is prime to the investigation. Not only the reasons for them being pulled off, but what led up to their being pulled off and what information days.
He was doing MTV, and he had to come back to LA, I think, to do a video. And he didn't want it to go because he was like uneasy about going. He said he didn't want it to go
because he had told us that he was not going there with, his words, them sellout niggas.
I was told by another one of our security guards that was a bodyguard that he had escorted Pac to the airplane as they were leaving New York. And Tupac told him, specifically told him, that he was a dead man walking.
The last thing he said to me prior to leaving was, he's not going to be in Vegas. I don't have to worry about him showing up. And don't worry about it because he won't be there.
You didn't feel like you didn't want to go to Vegas. I don't even think he wanted to do the video.
I think Tupac wanted to leave, and I don't think Death Row wanted him to go.
Now, with that being said, if you need the backstory or you need to see more, go to Tubi, look up Tupac Cover Up, watch that tonight. And if you need, and also go on Vlad and watch Neckbone's latest installment with Roden Rat Jr. Doing the interview, talking about trying to brush it off. Man, you know, one of my securities, you know, they Hollywood. So, you know, he try to discredit everybody. You know, they Hollywood, this and other. That's like I tell you, like in a few days, you'll see him trying to discredit Jamala and say, oh, Suge didn't force Pac to go to Vegas. Pac wanted to go to Vegas. He gonna come up with something, right? Or he gonna try to discredit her, or Pac didn't mess with her, or she wasn't around. He gonna say something, right? But you got it right there from Michael Moore, Frank Alexander, and the other security guy, right? Like I said, go watch Tupac Cover Up on Tubi and go listen to Neckbone's latest interview and take what Neckbone's saying. And remember, he's leaving out with Michael Moore being there, what Michael Moore said, right? But he's giving you that Pac and Suge was beefing and they were going to have a fight, right? And now you know how the fight was intervened because of Michael Moore. So I'm happy that Porky is interviewing Neckbone because it works out. He's helping the defense put their story together, and he's damaging the prosecution's case from running his mouth. They told him to shut up. You know what I'm saying? Sharita told him a long time ago to shut up. But he's keep trying to change the narrative. The truth has no lies. The truth has no lies. And Pork Butt keep lying. We all know in the YouTube universe he's a liar. He's done proven it over and over and over and over and over and over again. All right? So make sure y'all go check those out. Shout out to RJ Barn, right? Barn Productions. Go watch that Tupac cover up. It's going to give you some more details. And I'll be back with more tomorrow. Hit that like before you go. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. I would appreciate it. Shout out to Ramona for the support. Shout out to my membership gang. My moderator hit squad, and all y'all that tune in daily. I love y'all all deeply. Stay tuned for more. I'll be back tomorrow. Choke no joke. You already know. We out.
What's going on, bro?
Yo, Cliff, what up, man? Yeah, man, I just got your call. I missed it. My bad. What's going on?
Yo, man, I got an issue, man. On everything I love, man. These kids got me tight, man. I go and I find out that both of my sons, man, is involved in some kind of gang activity, man. I work too damn hard to keep them away from that life, man, and for them to choose that, I just feel totally disrespected, man. I need you to come talk to these little niggas, man, before I just hurt one of these niggas, man.
What? Come on, man. You ain't raised them guys like that, man. You serious?
Gang life, man.
Say word.
Hey, man, I don't know. They got somebody in their ear influencing them, man, and I need you to come talk and holler at these little niggas, man, because, look, I'm at my wit's end, man.
Nah, man, I'm over there.
Well, thank you, brother. I appreciate it.
I'll let you in a minute.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
All right, my nigga. One.
Yeah. DJ 2. You know what it is. Youngster, you are me. It's the reason they call me OG. I saw things you didn't see. Sit down and listen to me. Hey yo, come here, man. Oh, you think I'm corny, huh? Oh, really? I see more guns than Tommy. Who's Tommy? Was I in the army? No. Nah, I got my stripes though. Now listen, broke many nights. Doing what? Pitching that white. No matter hard or soft, trust me, I'm cut from a different cloth. Now look at me, I don't knock my man off. If I gotta kill him, I step off. Know why? When you kill a trife, find yourself killing all your life. Word is mine. You have to live, little nigga, to experience life. Trust me, your mama's the one. There at the end of the night. Let's go. Youngster, you are me. Yeah. It's the reason they call me OG. Let's go. I saw things you didn't see. Sit down and listen to me. Youngster, you are me. It's the reason why they call me OG. I saw things you didn't see. Sit down and listen to me. Come here, man. Listen, you little jerk. They gonna tell you to put in work. What? Then they gonna give you a gun. And tell you to kill someone. Who's already a op. They really want the block. Are you serious? And you gonna take the shot. And then you go to jail. What? 3 hots in a cot. 20 flat to be down with the block. No, I don't. You thought it was your beginning. Nah, that's where you stopped. They knew the outcome and didn't let you opt out. To take they opt out. You the one they'll forget about. No, they won't. Youngster, you are me. It's the reason they call me OG. I saw things you didn't see. Yeah. Sit down and listen to me. Youngster, you are me. It's the reason why they call me OG. Okay. Saw things you didn't see. Sit down and listen to me. Choke, no joke. Yeah. It's choke, no joke. Choke, no joke. Chicken choke, no joke. Choke.